going to be live here. We're live here with Battle of Wits. We're going to give it a second, and I'm going to throw some Twitter links, some Twitch links around. But we're streaming. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah, should be super fun, super interesting. This is the absolute, just most absurd version of this deck that I think I've ever built. So it's gonna be very interesting. So this version of the deck is, it very strictly has a theme, and the theme of this deck is the battles. So there are 40 battles in this deck. It's pretty ridiculous, kind of nuts. And when I first remembered that All Access was coming back for a couple weeks, I was like, yeah, okay, it's time for some Battle of Wits. Definitely have to do that. That's kind of my thing for these events. And so just this one kind of came about. I was chatting with some friends and I was like, holy crap, battles are a new card type. Let's see what we can do with that. And this came out of it. And a lot of these battles are not, some of them are not so good. Some of them are all right. There are certainly some really good ones. Kind of go through a little bit of the list here for a second before we start playing a league, because we're definitely going to play a league with this pile of atrocities. Let's see here. Invasion of Asgul is pretty good. It's a pretty interesting piece of removal, making them sacrifice something. Invasion of Urgamon is... I'm very quiet. I'm sorry. Okay, I will crank up my volume a little bit. Only 3 carpets, yes. It's a weird... Trust me, it's weird. We made some choices, mathematically wise. I don't know why. I could probably shave something somewhere for a 4th carpet somewhere, I'm sure. But I've seen them a lot, which is weird in the games. So Invasion of Urgamon's actually really good, which is weird. But it's good. The mana ramp, shave. No, I shave. I keep at a specific numbering. Trust me. I know what I'm loosely know what I'm doing with this deck. It's weird. I've played enough of it to kind of have an idea of where the math sits. It's science. This card's really good. Invasion of Pyrolia is actually really sweet. The few times I've gotten a chance to play it so far, I've almost always drawn a card off of it because you play enough lands to hit, always hit, and you're playing 40 battles, so you're possibly always going to hit a battle. So it has actually been really quite good for some weird reason. The one that I'm really not 100% sold on is Invasion of Segovia. It's cool. Yeah, I'm getting there to the sideboard. You're being needy. I'm getting there. I'll move some stuff over for you so you can see the rest of the sideboard. And I think I just moved it over to my deck. So, thanks for that. I will fix that here before we start. Because I did. I think I'm pretty sure I just moved it over to the deck. And I just removed it. See, this is what happens. Now, it's right here. I have 1 in the main, and then I have 2 in the sideboard, because I need to bring in multiples. Already the stream is going. We're off to a great start. People are asking questions. So this is awesome. So I'm not too thrilled with this. This might be a cut for a 4th carpet. Maybe we'll just go ahead and do that now. What it do? Hello. All right. So we'll cut an Invasion of Segovia. Is this for fun for a bet or because you? No, I legitimately love Battle of Wits. It's actually just one of my favorite things to do in all access times, and I like memes, so I like I like battles. Aether Snap, yes, that's kind of super fun. I've gotten to cast that a few times. Invasion of Zero X is another removal. Invasion of Call Time has been kind of fun. But yeah, Aether Snap's really gross. I have a couple of one-ofs of some of the more interesting ones. So of some of the weirder ones that when I've had them in hands before, they've seemed pretty bad, but they're pretty good as a one-of. Like Invasion Arcavios is pretty reasonable. Invasion of Chandelar is okay. I feel like this deck needs Aragorn the Uniter. Maybe it might need Aragorn the Uniter. That would be kind of fun. Invasion of Tavada is pretty cool. So you can set up like an intuition pile of Battle of Wits, Eternal Witness, and Invasion of Tavada, which is kind of fun. No Rector because I can't reliably kill it. Yes, that is correct. I have intuition for Battle of Wits because that's actually just pretty good. Invasion of Alara is just the absolutely just most just disgusting thing ever. I don't know why. This card is just absolutely absurd. It's so good. Yeah, say Invasion of New Capenna. I tried that in a couple of the early builds of this deck, and I didn't like it. Unfortunately, like yes, it's 2 mana, but like your 2 mana slot's already pretty reasonably stacked up with a lot of stuff, and it just didn't play well. Yeah, Alara does everything. It's absolutely absurd, especially if you get to flip it. Also, maybe it does. Yes, that might be. Invasion of Ikoria is obviously really good. Really, people haven't seen Invasion of Ikoria in like just the depth decks. It's really good there. And the fact that you can cast it for 0 and get a Dryad Arbor off of it is pretty reasonable in those decks. But this card is like something that's actually legitimately playable in Legacy. So I'm glad to see that like some of these cards are actually seeing play. And of course, the meme inclusion of this card from my good friend Fish Duggery. He put this to me and said, "Hey, this is the list we've been talking about. You should play this card." And fun fact, I've gotten to cast this now actually a couple times. So, yeah, that's kind of a thing that has occurred. So yeah. Yeah, if I was gonna make any like major changes, yeah, I would say maybe shave something for a birthing pod. That might be reasonable. We might be able to find a cut for a birthing pod. That might be kind of fun. Unfortunately, like you almost want 4, but you know it's one of those things. Like, but we're gonna run with it. Like, it's super goofy. We're gonna enjoy our life for a little bit, and we'll see what happens. It's a incredibly stupid deck. I hope to maybe at least win a couple matches. The last time I played Battle of Wits on stream was I played the really bad initiative version, which granted had all of like the good initiative creatures, but it had a lot of the really bad initiative creatures in it because we didn't have things like Undermountain Adventurer yet or Ravenloft Adventurer, and I played that deck, and I actually went 3-2 with that deck, so can't even understand how that happened with like 2 kills at least during the league with actual Battle of Wits, so that was goofy. So we can find ourselves an opponent here. I'm gonna post this Twitter link a couple more places while I'm at it. Komodo Drake says, "I'm just happy I'm watching you play it on Magic Online and not in paper with me on the deck check team." You are correct. I would never try to play this in paper. That would be dumb. Come on, Magic Online people. Let's wake up tonight. Let's hope we can find... Nobody wants to play against Battle Wits. Ah! Do 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 do. I really appreciate all of the follows here. We are playing. She also had Battle of Wits to start. You know what? That would maybe get me able wanting to play Historic, but I don't play a whole lot of Arena. This has Elvish Reclaimer in it, so I'm inclined to keep it. And simply because Elvish Reclaimer is like one of the best like turn one plays, and there's lands for it as well, so we could easily maybe leverage this Invasion of Lara. Now watch us play against combo, but like Dress Down's a reasonable card. We're gonna get Thought Seized, Watery Grave. One time, Watery Grave. No, Island. Well, that's interesting. Mono. Okay, Island Delver. All right, cool. Yes. Bobble. Bobble, bobble, bobble. Okay. This Nather Snap, that's kind of goofy. I guess the question here is like, I guess I have to, like, I mean, I cast the turn one Elvish Reclaimer, possibly get dazed. I almost feel like I would like. I almost feel like I want to play the Tabernacle. I kind of like Tabernacle Go here. Oh, that's reasonable. Yes. That is definitely an interesting play. It doesn't go well with you know, getting dazed, but it's definitely a thing. Oh, see, they are putting their triggered abilities. Interesting. I gotta draw their card first. Reveal. Yeah, they can Force a Will. They gotta pay for that Delver for sure. That's interesting. Okay then. I wish we had like a non, should like a Ghost Quarter of some sort. I'm not inclined to play out this. I know because I know they have a Force of Will in hand. But if I draw the Force of Will with the Reclaimer, that might be okay. Just so that we could play like Invasion of Ergamon, and then try to leverage that into something. Yeah, they can't really daze, yes, but they do have a force. I'll just buy you Reclaimer. We're going to buy you because I don't really care about losing the black source, but I care about having a white source in case we draw a plow. Let's see what they do here. I mean, it's absolutely reasonable to force this, honestly, because Reclaimer's a really quite a strong card. But it'll be interesting to see what they do here. The problem is we're a little hamstrung for a turn at least on activating Reclaimer. And they have a clock. Okay, so they forced it. That's actually totally fair. I'm more okay with them having forced it. They're on the business of trying to force the clock. Excuse me. Now they can daze, which is awkward, but Problem is, I don't really like this Aether Snap in hand unless I can cast it. I'd probably just pitch a land or something. Well, I guess we'll see what we draw this next turn, and if they actually have a daze for the invasion of Ergamon. Guess I could just auto yield. I don't have anything to do. Yeah, bobble. Yeah, we're okay. Well, so I could probably just pitch that invasion of Segovia. I kind of want to keep the land. I need to get. Let's see, I have a Bayou, so I need a red source. I'm gonna get a Volk. Let's see if they've got an answer for if they're going to be real aggressive in days. Or if they're going to read the card and go, what? Yeah, we'll pitch this. Oh, see, yeah, that was... trying to just kind of keep their mana constricted with the... Well, we try to find a way to get rid of the threat. Having turn 1 Delver flip is something for sure. Yep. Okay. Brainstorm. Plus, the other thing I like about all access for this kind of deck is I also get to just choose like the prettiest versions of every one of these cards that I can find. So it's like mostly all old bordered stuff, and just yeah. So we try to do our best to pretty it up as much as possible. Yep, bubble draw. Play the birds. Because we're going to use the birds to block. The bird is a sacrifice. It is a sacrifice to the gods of, I don't know, stuff. Okay, they're gonna DRC, sure. Yeah, I think we have to block here, just so that we're gonna dress down and step, see what they. Oh, begin the invasion. Neat. Aether Snap is not doing us any good here. We needed a land. I guess we're going to cast the Growth Spiral. That is also not a land. This could be problematic. Let's see, they're going to put us to 6. We might have to, well, they have to pay for both. So we could dress down again. And put it to and get it to 4. I guess we have to try. Okay. So we can kill at least one of these things. That is unfortunate. I really wanted that. I guess we bolt in there after they've paid for Tabernacle. That seems correct. We'll bolt the DRC. Oh, they're just going to force that. Okay, that seems fine. That seems fair. Oh, because I am at 6. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I am dead. Sure. Oh yeah, got hamstrung on lands. Here, so let's cut some cards for some fluster storms. Let's cut some of these more expensive battles that aren't going to do us any good. The Tabernacle helped in hamstringing them, but so that's nice. Let's cut one Invasion of Alara and an Invasion of Kaldheim. Invasion of Kaldheim's pretty interesting, but yeah. Like the list is Battle of Wits, 2-card money. Kinda like a lot of Battle of Wits lists end up that way. I've played ones like that where they are just like that. Where I've tried to just jam in like every possible 2-card combo that I could possibly throw in. Like I usually try to build on a theme of some sort whenever I build these. Because that's kind of the fun part of building them. And it's just to try to see what I can get away with, too. This seems reasonable. Like, I could play Hierarch, Petal Hierarch, and then have, like, Brainstorm Ponder and find stuff. You kind of have to respect the Hierarch just a little bit. Like, Dragon's Wrist Channeler, sure. Like, just a tad. Like, Hierarch is a really reasonable Magic card. All right. So, I'm gonna ponder. Green Sun Zenith, Flusterstorm, Invasion of Ixalan. We'll put that on top. No. Okay. Birds of Paradise. We're gonna make all the manas. I like Invasion of Ixalan. You see so many cards with Invasion of Ixalan. It's a ponder. It's a Ponderosa. Yeah, sure. We'll take one from this second Dragon Rage. Okay. We cast into fire. That's what we need. Cast into the fire. That's Invasion of Ixalan. Probably should have used the Bayou for that. That's okay. We do have Flusterstorm if they want to get cute. Ah, nope. Everybody lets the battles free. Invasion of Ikoria, Invasion of Asgul. That's reasonable. Ikoria, though, gets us something at least. Like, I kind of like Ikoria, but this Tabernacle's again looking kind of cute, but not so cute with my mana dorks that I really want to keep. But I like this Invasion of Asgul. Or Brainstorm. Okay, sure. Jeez. That's a unique keep here. Like, I feel like I want to keep. Like, I don't want to bother with the Invasion of Asgul if I'm just going to be able to resolve Battle of Wits and maybe win the game. We'll pitch Invasion and the Snow Forest. We'll grab a Volk. Bobbles, 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 bobbles. See, they put the lightning bolt in their graveyard. They're really just trying to... They're definitely just trying to kill me as quickly as they can. So I can cast... So, I mean, we kind of have to go for it. Like, like, all right, so they're Brainstorm. This is working out my favor because of the Flusterstorm. And then we can block one of the like, unless they have a Flusterstorm in hand, but I don't know why you would have that. They could have Pyroblast, but that still plays well for for the Flusterstorm. Okay, they're gonna try and force it. I'm gonna let them resolve their thing first. Then we're gonna try and fluster. Come on. Same target, same target, same target. Now, granted, they could have a Pyroblast still in hand, and that would be pretty well played, but... Yep. Oh, whoa, Brainstorm, Brainstorm, Brainstorm. Maybe we get there. All the sticking with their... They get another force. Oh. Okay. Their forces are all different. Like, I'm tilted just a little bit. Alright, fine, 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 fine. You did the thing. You got me. Yep, I'm gonna take 6. You get 2 bolts in hand? There's one in your graveyard. And there's an Unholy Heat and another Lightning Bolt in your graveyard. So, that is not what I was hoping for. I can't put Yorion in hand and cast Yorion, but I can just put it in hand. And then I can block one of the... I mean, if they have a bolt, like, that's fine. I will accept that. They've definitely assumed the aggressor role, and I have definitely not been able to keep up as the pseudo control deck. Like, wait to block. Like, don't slow roll me. If you have a bolt me. Like, oh, okay, Murktide Regent. Yeah, that seems reasonable. I hear that's a good Magic card. I'm gonna draw land. No, Invasion of Pyrrhia. Can that do a thing? Yeah. So put on bottom, and I'm I'm going to concede because I am dead. All right. So very quick Delver match there. Yeah. I can't really complain about that, honestly. They definitely had the aggressive nature there. So that's fine. Okay. So hey, our second match came up real quickly here. So we are off to the races. This is fine. This has got some reasonable play to it. There's a Force of Will and a blue card, and an Endurance and a green card. So we've got some things that we can do. Which might literally just be like Force Endurance. They're mulliganing to 6. Currently, they started at 6. Do I care about the Stasis? Like, is it enough to just, like, rip to Fairy? Because you know they're going to take the Force. Oh. Thoughts. Yeah, fine. Okay. I mean, I think Force is the correct. They're going to take the Force here, which is fine. I mean, Teferi is also like really good, but I think Force is correct. Yep. We just got to draw another Force. That's reasonable enough. Like, they could just have, like, the turn 2, you know, Depth Hex Mage kill you, but oh. Ox Diamond. Okay, so there's a Hex Mage. No depths. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to hold on to this dress down. And I'm going to dress down in their upkeep. Just in case they draw depths. Okay. I'm okay with. I'm okay with taking 2 here. Alright, so they have depths. And yes, I realize that they're just going to do it on my turn too. But I want to have my mana available. Because we can endurance block them and tomb. Thespian stage into the graveyard. So yeah, I'm just going to endurance them here. They're going to loam. Oh, target player mills 3. Target player loses 2 life again. Okay, sure. Witherbloom command. I was much more scared of loam. Like in that juncture. Okay, so we're gonna snap a Tundra. I get a forced. Because I had this endurance, and could force them into the position of trying to crack their Hexmage into the endurance. It doesn't seem correct. They're gonna do it. Okay. Okay. Endurance in their upkeep. So they're not getting that back. Because then we can Teferi. We block Teferi, bounce. Bounce the Merit Lage. Yep. Hexmage, sure. Thespian Sage, sure. I'm okay with sacrificing the Teferi too. To the Hexmage, sure. I'm going to draw a card off of it regardless. Aether Snap. Oh boy, we got to get some battles in play now. Especially if they decide to just like leave Teferi on the board for some reason. Like you have to attack Teferi, I think. I feel like that's correct. Yes, that is absolutely correct. Ooh. I don't like that at all. Arcavios doesn't do us any good right now. That's a rough. I guess. I mean, them just having it is kind of rough. Like, I probably should have played this mountain, and I missequenced that. It's on me. Fortunately, we only get to draw a card if there's if it's a land or a battle, but yep, not even close. Okay then. I want these surgicals. These carpets come out. Seems about it. We've played against Depths a couple times this deck already, and it's not really a super good matchup that I found. So but yeah, I should have played. It was looking good there for a second, like having the endurance to block, and then Teferi bouncing, them just having another just simple variants. Them just having cards that they drew. That's how they built their deck. Okay. Now they're kind of like, all right, well, just try and mulligan to to fastest person ever. I remember to edit this deck list so that I take out that Invasion of Segovia. I just want to wait the whole amount of time of sideboarding here. Yes, I would love to play first. And yes, I would love to pick my snake. My sky noodle. This is reasonable as all get out. Alright, so we're going to nab a island. Pop a preordain. Sure. Who knows if we'll get there, but seems good. Mox Diamond. They did keep 7, so I'm a little scared. Just Herborg. Chains of Mephistopheles. I am in love. I am not casting this Ice Fang Coatl. I'm gonna cast this. I'm gonna cast this Invasion of Ixalan instead. going to put this volcanic island into my hand. The Urborg has given me black mana to cast Begin the Invasion. Ah. Chains of Mephistopheles is not a card I have seen in a very long time, so I am absolutely thrilled. Evokes Grief. Ugh. I mean, I guess that's fine. They get to see the Begin the Invasion in my hand and wonder what I'm doing with my life. I feel like that's actually the correct card to discard. Like, weirdly enough. I mean, if they make me discard, like, Invasion of Nazgul, I'll be sus. Oh, okay. Interesting. Mm-hmm. They're just gonna try to kill me so fast. So I guess I'm priced into casting this Icefang Coatl as a blocker, which is awkward because of chains. But we could pitch this Invasion of Pyrolia. To that. Because I have to discard, and then I draw. Okay. Yep, you have a Merit Lage. Life from the Loam would suck here, because it would make it really easy for them to get back their Merit Lage if something was to happen to it. If something were to happen to it. Alright, what are we doing here? They're destroying my... my god. Oh, there is a Loam in the graveyard. Oh, that sucks. Huh. So an Endurance would be like a really good ploy here. Let's play this Icefang Coatl as a blocker. Yes, I will discard this. Prismatic Ending. Lulz. Oh, and I forgot to block. Okay, I'm a smart person. Yeah, that was a total misclick on my part. I meant to block with whatever. Oh, man. It's been one of those nights, hasn't it? See, y'all are quiet now. So that's what it is. Y'all are hella quiet, so I'm just like, I meant to block with that guy and just didn't. I'm so smart at this game. I'm in the leagues myself, Rob says. Okay. That's fair. I understand. I'm just over here misclicking all over the place tonight. But I hope it's entertaining misclicks. Man, I wanted to cast that Prismatic Ending. It would have been nice to take Prismatic Ending and then have like an Endurance, like to eat the Loam. that would have been plausible or not, but let's see what we get here. I got a couple more follows too, so thank you for those that followed. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna pull this up to my YouTube tomorrow for my article this week. So for those of you who don't know who I am, this is Joe Dyer. I'm with the MTG Goldfish, right? The This Week in Legacy, Vintage 101, Power of Hopper, all sorts of fun stuff. So this seems reasonable. I'm gonna nab a forest. This has a an intuition in hand, so that's also super fun. And all sorts of removal that just didn't seem to have in other games so far. So, and of course they're going to be on like some sort of like weird control shell where that removal is not going to matter whatsoever. So. Yeah, Invasion of Urgamon seems really good. We'll pitch this Invasion of Tavada. Taking a moment to read the battles. So many battles. So little time. Alright, we are in your upkeep waiting for you, my opponent. Ah, there you are. Stand still. Cute. I mean, I think we have to just break it. Like, I don't think... He'll do it on their turn, but, I mean, it seems reasonable to me to break it. Trying out Chrome Host Siege Shark. So the Blue Monastery Mentor. That is a card I'm vaguely interested in, honestly. A card's pretty sweet looking. Flooded Strand. Yeah, I think we just break it. Like, and force them to Well, Prismatic Ending seems really bad here. Fairy Mastermind has been sweet. Yeah, I could see that, honestly. Taiga. Growth Spiral. Put this Ancient Tomb into play. Because then they have to discard, which is fine. But I feel like it needed to be broke. What? They're playing something spicier than I am. Boros Battleshaper. Oh my gosh, it's Minotaurs. What? I'm in love. Standstill Minotaurs? Yes. Yes. All right, so we're gonna jam this intuition um, into their face at the end step. Did you redo it? That's right. Did you redo what it do? As ye old Phil Bluckman would say. So I have a plow in hand that I can use for stuff. Um, this is definitely a game. What a do, baby. Yeah, that's right. Oh boy. Neheb Dreadhorde Champion. So, alright, so I have a couple options here. So we're going to definitely jam this intuition. We're also going to jam this plow on top of this. So, we'll see how much they... Okay, they value this. They absolutely value this. Or the intuition on top of it. All right, this is going to take a second, and I'm going to tell you why. Because whenever I click this, because it's showing the whole library, it takes a second to register the selection. So give it a minute. Because it's the whole deck. So it does take a second to register that I'm selecting things. So we're going to pick Eternal Witness. Wait for it to do its thing. This is the part that I dislike about this deck, is that it takes very long for it to do its thing. Alright, and then Invasion of Tavada is the third card. So what this does is this sets up the, well, what do I pick? Like, if you pick any of these, I'm getting one of them back eventually. So that's reasonable. So now I have to wait for them to choose a card. Okay, they gave me Eternal Witness, which is actually like the best of these to pick to get, because then I get to get back one of those cards. Okay. So let's just jam this to Fairy somewhere. I know we're using this mana here, but this Ancient Tomb mana. But that's important. Because then we get to... Eternal Witness back. Battle of Wits. We have a Caracas for their Neheb the following turn. I do have a... Oh, okay. So they aren't even going to bother to try. They're just going to recognize that I have a Battle Wits in the hand and a Teferi in play. So we're doing things. Things are occurring. Okay. So they're playing stuff. A lot of creatures don't really get hit by Bolt here. So it doesn't seem as good. I feel like I want some surgicals just to take out options. I would definitely want to keep Invasion of Asgol, maybe? Collector Oof seems smart to keep in, so just dress down. Honestly, just like shave random battles, like Invasion of Chandelar. Can go bye-bye. Maybe these Invasion of Segovias. I'm playing against the Didgeridoo deck. This is quite fantastic. But hey, we did get to do like the whole like intuition into a win, which is pretty cool. Force Negation's reasonable. Actually, this is a super reasonable hand. There's a Brainstorm, there's a Birds, there's a Recruiter. We can Recruiter for Collector Roof, which is like super important because they do. Ooh, Saga. I don't like that card. No, I love that card. Actually, it's like one of my favorite cards in this format right now. I love Urza Saga. It's such a bonkers good Magic card. I think we're gonna lead on Noble. Like they could Ancient Tomb and have like Saga stuff. That would be fine. See, yeah. So, a dress down. Finding a dress down would be okay. I think we just keep that. We just keep that the way it is. We don't even brainstorm. Like, we're just gonna hold up dress down. Yeah, you have yourself a token of my affection. And then we hold up Force Negation as a Force blue card for it. Alright, so I do have to. I do have to very reasonably respond to this. And actually fetch a land. And that is because of Pithing Needle. I don't need that being a thing. Yeah, so Pithing Needle. Sure. Names Teferi Time Raveler. Plays Flooded Strand. We're just gonna keep holding up this dress down until they decide that like they're gonna like bolt or okay. You may put a Minotaur permanent. Get him. Yeah, I am okay with this. Because now I feel like I should have done something about that. But I think that's fine. They get like one turn out of it. I am in a cast. It doesn't get haste, So that's like super important. So they have to do it like all right, so let's collect a roof. Sure. Baleful Strix. I mean, there are. So it can just they can just make my. That's so dumb. They can make the collector roof. Cannot attack or block. Oh, they okay. Exalted. Let it do, baby. Yep, that is a thing. And yes, you can. Force my hand. Huh. That's a lot of ancient tombs. Yes, you can hit the. Yep. Must attack or block. Yep. I probably should have forced that didgeridoo, but it is what it is. Okay, sure. We're going to cast Evasion of Alara? And see what we get out of it. So that'll be fun. I need a swamp. And I need an island. Now, granted, they could try to force this. Reading this card is great. This card does. Oh. I guess we cast this Uro. That's weird. You're gonna Pyroblast my Uro. Oh, interesting. I was gonna say, why would you just not Pyroblast it? Let's see, how many spells have been cast? I don't think it's worth Flusterstorming here. Hmm. I guess I don't care. Like, I actually just legitimately do not care. Must attack or block. Sure. Sure, I will. I will attack my invasion of Valar. Sure, Minotaurs. Ugh, fine. Okay. I'm gonna lose to the Minotaur deck. Fine. I want Tabernacles now. Flusterstorm seems real awkward here. I'm just gonna put bolts back in. Some bolts back in because I think, like, with all the Ancient Tomb damage, they could be pushing themselves pretty low. They took a lot of damage from Ancient Tomb in that game. This is unkeepable. What do you mean it's unkeepable? Snap keep, right? Nah, no, definitely not. I don't like Invasion of Arcavios here, but it's a blue card to pitch, so we'll kill the Surgical. If that had been in like any other Minotaur but Boros Battleshaper, I think that would have been great. Like, but Boros Battleshaper. Just WTF, mate. That's a. Okay. Mountain Pass is certainly a thing. Let's. I guess we have to get a snow-covered swamp to cast this Baleful Strix. Plow is reasonable. I have a spare blue card to pitch to. Ancient Tomb is a thing. I mean, sure. I'm gonna play my Dark Depths. And I'm gonna hold up Sword Plowshares. If that Prismatic Vista had been any other fetch land, we'd be cooking with gas. Soul Guide Lantern is fine. Sure. I definitely should be attacking now with this Strix. Hey, look at that. put the pressure on with this 1/1. Sure. You're gonna make me. Let's see here. Get a Taiga. Yeah, needle's fine. Thespian stage. Aether snap. That would be kind of funny if there was an Aether snap. They're trying to play like a prison deck now, which is kind of cute and funny. No. Okay. Not hitting a... Land off the gross pile kind of stunk, but... I guess the question is, I guess I am okay with running the Uro into the... into like a force or some sort. Oh, no. Okay. They just want to... We just want to gain some life. I don't actually care if I lose this Uro. Especially since I'm making them... Oh, they're just drawing a card with it. Okay. It's interesting. Otawara. Otawara. Brainstorm. Just putting the pressure on with this this Baleful Strix. That's all we're doing. That's the name of the game here, is attack with a 1/1 for several turns. I mean, I think we have to... We definitely have to try to force this, I guess. Like, I'm sure they have a Pyroblast up, like, but it seems to make sense there that we have to try to force this. Yeah, okay, they have another force. Okay. You know, that's fine. They don't have a land to activate it, so there's always this opportunity of maybe hitting something that stops it. Plus I have a plow. Green Sun Zenith. Hey, look at that. Isn't that a cool thing? Let's get a savannah. I'm in the savannah. I don't actually want to cast Uro. Like, that's the awkward part. Like, I really just want to put... I'm going to put... And I tapped the wrong land to do it. Of course I did. Urza Saga. Yeah, I'm okay with the standstill. Neheb. It's interesting because you can just block Neheb. You don't even have to actually... They recognize that. I think we have to try to plow it and break the lock. And the reason I say that is because I have this force of negation in hand. This is definitely a game, though. Very interesting. Okay. Which means they have another thing in hand. I can't cast this. Or at the very least, I shouldn't cast this. I don't really want to cast Uro. I think I'm okay with just passing turn. Forcing them to have like an actual answer to things. I mean, another land would have been really good. Okay. Yeah, sure. What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? Get. A second didgeridoo. Alright, let's cast this. Endurance. I guess I theoretically could cast this, the invasion, but doesn't really do me any good right now. Unless I have two of them. And then, why not? Red, white. Let's make you have just like an answer. Sure. I have a second one in my hand. Seems good. So many ancient tombs are happening here. What? Casts Shark Typhoon. You know what? Fine. You can have it. Going to cast Second Invasion of Alara. Do you have another counterspell? Oh my god. What a game. What a game. Okay, fine. You have a 3/3 flyer. Just double force negation. Didn't even think about it. Like, all right, let's close some things here. So, Yorion would be good. Okay, yep. Their Urza Sagas are definitely constricting them. Yep, you have. This is certainly a game. And they are down to like the wire here. Like, there's 6 minutes left in their clock. I mean, I've got 9 minutes, but still, like. Let's try this growth spiral and see if that gets us. No. It does get us a carpet of flowers. What? Somebody's rating. Holy crap. Hi, folks being rating. Thank you, PT Bench, for rating here. That is wow. Okay. People are here. Hopefully you stay. This is the weirdest game I've ever played, and yeah, it's a thing. We're gonna hold up the Swords of Plowshares. Taking 3 from this thing is reasonable, but holy crap. Thank you, PT Bench, again, for doing the thing. This is certainly the strangest game I think I've ever played. I'm holding this plow up for, like, something stupid. I'm not caring too much about this. This construct. Especially since there's a dress down. Like, that's legitimately fun. So, if I can use this... This might... That leaves me unable to cast the dress down. To cast Uro. Unless I use that for blue, green, green, blue. Cast the Uro out of the graveyard that way. Force them to have the Pyroblast for it, sure. I am okay with that, because then they are going to put all of their stuff, eggs, into this saga, and then I can dress down them. Sure. The old 3-for-1. And I have a Force of Negation up in case something drastic occurs here. They are down to the wire, though, here. Soul Guide Lantern is fine. Yes, you can exile my Uro. That is okay. So we're allow them to go to attacks. Or dress down them. And then I have a Force of Negation if they have drawn a card. Okay. Womp. Alright, so we're going to double block the 3-3. Because that one makes the most sense to block. For those of you who are just joining and are staying and watching this pile of insanity, this is Battle of Wits. So, yeah. And this is so down to the wire, it's not even funny. Like, yeah, my opponent has 3 minutes left on the clock. We're just playing to not lose at this point. Such a sick deck. I wanted to be playable so bad. It's playable in your heart. Or at least in my heart. I love the deck. Don't get me wrong. It's like one of my favorite things to be doing in Legacy whenever I have the ability to do so. Okay. Invasion of Ixalan is a card. Green. The awkward part is that they have to take so much damage here. Invasion of New Phyrexia. Womp womp. Just nuts. I want to put it in my hand just because. We want to flex on that for just a second. We're gonna cast this Yorion with this plow up. We're gonna blink this invasion of Ixalan. Wow, so good. I'm not even like trying to like my opponent cannot pressure themselves with their endurance invasion of Asgul. Okay, sure. The Hail Mary Minotaur play. Cast Didgeridoo. I'm gonna cast. I'm gonna cast this Invasion of New Phyrexia. What do I care about here? Like, do I care about any of these cards? I don't, do I? I'm gonna cast an Invasion of Asgul and make them sacrifice something. They can't activate. Hail Mary one time. Hail Mary one time. Let's go. Let's go. For the memes, my friends. For the memes. All right. Blue, green, white. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Don't have a counterspell. Don't have a counterspell. Oh my goodness. This is so good. So good. So good. I am rest assured that they cannot cast. They can't kill me though. But man, what a game. So like even if they gave their creatures menace, they can't at this point. Invasion of Ikoria is a very good card. I'm gonna cast this. Oh, they're just going all in. Okay, so we're gonna double block this guy, and we're gonna block this guy, and we're gonna take 8. And we're at 4 life. there's things to consider here. Um, hmm. So, what we're going to do, this is the worst play ever. We are going to uh, cast this. Okay. They conceded. Hey, we want a match. Woo! This league is taking forever. These games are insane. So the first two games, for those that missed them, were Blue Red Delver and Golgari Depths. And those were not pleasant games. I'm just going to tell you right now. Not really at all. So, yeah, that was fun. But playing against Hornsdale, like, kind of wild. Definitely crazy. So that's cool. Thank you. So the plan there was if they were actually going to attack us, I was gonna plow my own Fury block and plow, and then have up force and negation. But I also was thinking about just casting, um, even just a two cost evasion of Phyrexia, just so I could have bodies. That was the play. um I like this because it has an Elvish Reclaimer in it. And it also has a Ponder. And I kind of want to lead on Ponder, I think. I would normally not keep one land hands, and it's, yeah, obviously, but Ponder kind of fixes things a little bit, and there's a lot of land in this deck. For that reason. Uh, yeah. So you don't want to ever be in that position. I could say 250 is probably also pretty good. I tend to end up on the higher side of things because there's too many cards that are kind of auto includes in the deck. Like you really want to have four of your stuff, like your ponders, your brainstorms, your preordains, your removal spells, your force of wills, your force negations. Once you start adding all that up and then lands, you're already above close to 250, and that's just playing. Then you have to play cards that are good cards, like your Uros and your Elvish Reclaimers. I wish I had crop rotation in this deck. I hate going up high. I really do. But I could be convinced. You know, that's it seems to be the spot I like. Let's just put it that way. I don't think there's any real maybe there's some good math out there, better math out there, but it's the spot I like. It's the spot I'm comfortable with, we'll just say that. Ponderosa. Are we considering forcing a ponder? I don't like any of these cards. But I could see keeping the force. And then I don't like it, but I think I do have to shuffle. Yeah, I think we're just gonna shuffle. Oh, see? Never punished. Always punished. You kidding me? Always punished. Island. This land is island. We get to do some things. Reclaimer. I love Elvish Reclaimer. Elvish Reclaimer is my favorite card in the entire deck. I'm not gonna lie. It just is one of those cards where things happen with it, and that's just the way the card works. Like, it's just a really absurd card in that regards. And my opponent is playing Underground Sea, so they are playing some form of control, or oh, hey, Snuff Out. So they could be on Death Shadow. I actually think that Death Shadow is probably a pretty reasonable card for them to be on. So in that case, I'm going to make sure I fetch a Snow-Covered Plains in case of Wasteland. Yeah, we'll cast the Invasion of Argamon. It's basically replacing the Lotus Petal if it resolves. Reading. Reading. We'll ditch this Prismatic Ending. Fairy Mastermind. No. Fine. I'm going to make the treasure token, but I don't have to actually discard. Ha! No extra card for you. No. You do not get your flying 2/1. Okay. Give another one. Petty Theft. It's our Invasion of Argamon. Okay. When your opponent has to spend Petty Theft on Invasion of Argamon, that's a thing. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Nobody plays that card. I'm not real thrilled with these draws here, folks. Grixis Delver, then. So Grixis Tempo, we'll say. Yes, you get to cast your 3/1 flyer. Sure. It's what you have to do. Getting stuck on like 2 lands has been not too fun here, but I'm due a land. Like we're due. Like, oh, see, we're doing land. Stifle. Watch them have it. No. Okay. I would like a Taiga. Guess we have to try and cast this to Fairy. definitely a weird hand. Scalding Tarn. Teferi is very good here, though. Well, plus Teferi. Alright. We'll cast Invasion of Pyrelia. Put on top, put on top, put on top. Draw this Wooded Foothills. I really want that begin the invasion. Petty theft, sure. I guess they could just have a like, do I even cast this? Or do I cast this for they could have a Pyroblast up, which would be awkward. But Invasion of Ikoria into Vampire Hexmage seems like a really, really good thing to do right about now. Come on. Alright. We'll nab a Bayou. And let's see if they've got, like, you know, a counter spell of some sort. They do. Okay. That's ultimately utterly hilarious. Are we gonna get to just cast, like, Invasion and New Phyrexia? Yeah, you have a thing. Carpet of Flowers seems really good right about now. Yes, blue. White. Yeah, sure. You have to. You have to respect the Brazen Borrower. Okay. We are fine with that. I'm okay with, like, losing a this Teferi. we're gonna jam the intuition while we've got it. Uncounterable. Now here comes the fun part. Clicking all the things. This is the sub game of the deck. Clicking all the things. Let's wait. This is what takes so long. Clicking all the things. Because it takes a second. Yeah. There's another reason why not going up higher than 270, because I have a great PC and it still does this, so it's still extremely slow to do this. Come on, you can do it. I selected Battle of Wits. I selected Eternal Witness. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Like, I don't want to tempt the Moto gods of. Yes, this takes a second. Come on. You would think that like it would show it once in the game and it would just be faster later on, but no, that's not how it works. Come on, you picked Eternal Witness. There we go. Picked Invasion of Tolvada. Come on, you can do it. Hey, done. I kind of want to cast this Invasion of New Phyrexia. Just because I can. But we're gonna see what they give me, because like I'm also like getting like 4+4 mana from this Carpet of Flowers, so that could get launched into Eternal Witness, getting countered maybe or something. They're gonna be Invasion of Tolvada. Okay, interesting. No, no, they're rethinking that. This is what I love about this pile is that it doesn't matter what you pick. Um, every one of these gets you something good. Yes, yes, I know the Teferi dies, but I know that you have a Dragon's Rage Channeler in your hand, so that's awkward enough. So, but Invasion of Tolvada can also get back. It can also get back to Fairy. And I might be able to cast. So we're gonna back to Fairy. We're gonna bounce the Dragon's Rage Channeler. And then we're gonna jam this. Because next turn, no matter what they do, I can cast Yorion, which is obnoxious. And yes, I'm going to lose this to Fairy, but they're just feeding this this carpet. Okay, they're well okay with conceding to that. That's fine. Let's shave some of the battles that are not so good here. I want to keep Invasion of New Phyrexia. Oh, man. Collector Oof pops out for sure. I definitely have to keep that carpet in there. We'll shave here, and we'll shave a Segovia. And we'll shave a dress down. Yeah, that might help with this kind of deck. Traditionally in the past, it hasn't been too bad, but I think what really kills it in this particular iteration is the battles. I have heard people have had like slowness issues with those cards in general, and I have seen it just a little bit, so I'm not surprised. And I mean, I'm playing like close to 40 battles. Like, let's keep this hand with carpet of flowers. I mean, they could totally have a daze, but I feel like carpet of flowers is just like it's an absurd card in these matchups. Letting one on the table and letting it stay on the table is kind of silly. All right, so to play around Wasteland, we're gonna get a snow-covered forest. We're gonna cast Carpet Flowers. Seems real smart. Nope, I do not want to use it right now. Yeah, I think, yeah, having the fourth one made sense. So they're playing around the carpet. No, I do not want to use it right now. I'm going to play this Wasteland. And I'm going to Wasteland them. Because I want to force them to have to utilize their islands. I mean, sure, deck. You're just going to draw all of these. I am in awe of all of these lands that I am drawing. And by the fact that they're just not playing, that they're playing around it. need to do some things. Get an island. And a plains. And we'll just get a scrubland. They've not presented a wasteland at all, which is interesting. I'm flabbergasted, deck. Flabbergasted. This is certainly the most confusing game, I'm sure. I've just literally drawn like so many lands. It's not funny. Yeah, there's Dragon Trace Channeler. Sure thing. This is silly. What a game. I'm going to draw another land. I just know it. So much land. So little time. Ketria Triome. Yeah, that's okay. We are close to casting Atraxa. Just like hard casting an Atraxa. Weirdly enough, we're almost up to close to hard casting an Atraxa with a Caracas backup. If we need it. If they don't have just like a Pyroblast in hand. Yeah. Yeah, no, you have to attack with that thing. That's a card that you do have to attack with. Yeah, that's also a thing you can do with a Mistress Bobble. Do. Yep. Bobble, 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 bobble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I have to assume that like they have a counterspell in hand for it, but like I feel like I kind of have to just go for it. Bobble, 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 mushroom, mushroom. I mean, we have to give it a shot. They have to have a counterspell in hand for this. Let's see, they have a Pyroblast. Yeah, they're really playing Protect the Queen with this DRC. But like at the same time, oh, they put a Murktide in their graveyard. Why? That's weird. Maybe they have one in hand. Okay, yeah, sure. Very mastermind. They're just gonna try and clock as much as they can. I mean, awkwardly enough, like if I hit like a Green Sun Zenith here, I could like do some wicked stuff with a Green Sun Zenith and hit like a Primeval Titan or something like that. They've got to have like all. There's so many baubles have been played in this game. What is going on here? And I've drawn so many lands that it's not even funny. Like, and they have had perfect information about several turns worth of gameplay from me. So, I like, sure. I will add a bunch of white mana to my. I'm gonna put this Yorion on my hand and try to cast this Yorion. And I'm sure that they're gonna have a Pyroblast for it. See? Price of Progress. Oh, it's so dead. Ah, 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 ah. Okay, then. Tried to play it along Wasteland. Didn't play around Price of Progress. That's goofy. Okay, then. This casts Invasion of Ixalan on turn 1, which is kind of goofy. The card's really good, I have found. Because it sees, like, into, yeah, pop is an instant. Yes. That is certainly a thing that you can do in Legacy at instant speed. I already cast Invasion of Ixalan. I mean, I have 2 of these, so. We'll take the Smart Slots. Where's Deflecting Palm? We need it. Yeah, well. Let's cast this other Invasion of Ixalan. Invasion of Ikoria is quite good. I also kind of want this Uro. I'm going to put this Uro in hand. Because I also have the capability of doing this, like, casting Vampire Hexmage, smacking a one of these Invasion of Ixalans, getting a 4/3 out of it. Like, they absolutely have, like, some sort of, like, Pyroblast in hand, so they are absolutely expecting me to cast. Just gonna... Oops. Like, they absolutely have a Pyroblast in hand of some sort. Does Hex... No, Hexmage does not have any timing restrictions. I guess they decided to concede. Okay. So we're 2-2, final match. Go in there. No, Hexmage does not have any timing restrictions. I could have waited and Hexmaged on their end step or in response to something. And that will let you cast the battle at that time as well. Battles don't have any real timing restrictions. They're really weird cards, honestly. Okay. Final match. This is like a Ponder and a double Mox Diamond. And sure, why not? Like, we cast one. Pitch. Cast Ponder. Shows how meta breaking this deck is. Yes, that's. I don't want any of those cards on top of my library. Play Noble Hierarch. We'll hold on to the rest of the mana. Let's make them think I have something, I guess. I don't know what I'm playing against yet, but because that was a lot of game actions on game one or on turn one, so. But Swamp, wow! Look at that Swamp. The Swamp is impressive. Didgeridoo Battle of Wits meta, yes. Swamp. So, just flat out Swamp. Okay. Alright, let's play this Reclaimer. And let's cast this other Mox Diamond. And now we have a 3/4 elf. Swamp go, right? Yeah, I know. I have to guess it's probably some form of... It's probably Reanimator, actually. And so, Reclaimer coming a little too early. Wow, their Dark Rituals are sick. Those are so good. Dark Ritual, Dark Ritual. Oh, no. Ad nauseum? If I had to guess. Sire of Insanity. Okay. Sure. You know what? Okay, fine. You have done the thing. The Sire of Insanity. Okay. I am also just going to play a land. Yep. Sire of Insanity is a magic card. But they cannot... But why? Yeah, exactly. Sire of Insanity is not a good card. I'm going to say it right now. It is quite... Oh, we will do some things here already. So we'll bog them now. Yeah, I'm guessing that's the case here. I guess we have to cast this. I get a treasure token out of that. Sure. I can... withstand another hit. Alright, what'd you pitch? Another Sire of Insanity. Alright, let's get rid of this bog. Let's get this Dark Depths and see if we can maybe leverage that into a kill. And that is very reasonable. Invasion of Ikoria for 2. So, Invasion of Ikoria for 2, we get a search library. We get Vampire X-Mage. And now we get a Zalortha on command. Ah, yeah. Cool story. I want Mindbreak Traps. And I want Surgical Extractions and Tabernacles. And I do not want these Carpet of Flowers. I may not want this Collect Roof. Dress Down seems okay. Invasion of Chandelar can get cut. Fine Shaves somewhere. I don't like cutting any of the 2-mana ones because they're all kind of really good. Because they almost all draw a card almost. Let's see here. We can cut Invasion of New Phyrexia and Invasion of Arcabios and another Segovia. So yeah, that they could more than likely, you know, switch to the initiative build, which okay. This is a thing. I mean, they could also just turn 1 me. Entomb. Why? Okay, fine. Yeah, whatever. Sure. We could, yeah, I mean, here we go again. Oh shit, here we go again. It's the GTA 5 meme. Stronghold Gambit. Insert joke about fake definition of insanity here. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Like, that was a reasonable opening hand, but yeah, I should have mulliganed to a... You know, that's fine. Well, we'll go to game 3. The real power play is to hold your Swords of Plowshare until the Sire of Insanity triggers on the stack, and then you just... and then nobody has a hand. And then you wasteland them. Yes, I would love to play first. I I am not keeping this because there's a ponder in it. I don't think I should do it. But if the ponder finds a card, but there's an evasion of Alara. Island Ponder keep. Okay, fine. You convinced me. Chad has convinced me to keep Island Ponder. That's totally fair. Does not find. Let's shuffle and see what the. Nope, that is not a card. So we could get turned one. Blame him. Putting it all on chat here. I'm just telling you. We're gonna get turned one. Unmask. Okay. Take the invasion of Alara. Oh, okay, sure. What did they keep? Double Lotus Petal. Into Sire of Insanity. Why? Okay, well, okay, so there's reasonable things that could occur here. Like, we could draw lands and maybe draw, like, a plow or something like that. That is a plow. Should have been Arid Mesa Tundra Ponder. So sad. Wrong order deck, right? I should draw the the Tundra. I should have played it. I should have played it and played Tundra. That was actually the correct. Okay. There's a land. It's not the right land, but it's a land. I wonder if there's any. No, I'm pretty sure they're just playing Sire of Insanity. And I'm getting absolutely punished for it, for sure. I don't want that. I mean, there's Gristlebrand, but that's more of a backup plan. Apparently, that is the backup plan here. So we're just gonna lose to a turn one Siren of Sanity to 2 games in a row, unless we draw something. One-time Source Splashers. That is not Source Splashers. Okay, cool. Yeah. So that Island Ponder Keep really should have been Tundra, Arid Mesa Fetch Tundra Ponder Keep, but we would have not have known that. Like, it is what it is. So, hey, we went 2-3 instead of 3-2 for this. So, hey, that's super fun. But, you know, it is what it is. These kind of things happen. We're playing. This is definitely a real pile of a deck. I absolutely loved playing it, though. I was really hoping to have Begin the Invasion show up. Reanimators on Wasteland. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, again, but I should have played the Tundra. Like, that should have been correct. That was ultimately correct. But that's okay. That's fine. But hey, anyways, thank you guys for checking out the stream. And especially thanks for the raid. Like, we ended up with like close to 60-something people at some point. At least that's what I saw in the views. So really appreciate you guys checking out the stream tonight. I am going to be posting this on YouTube. So this will be on my YouTube, which is Volrath XP. PT Bench rated Big shout out to PT Bench for rating with like 124 or something like that. So that was kind of nice. So really, really big thanks to them. And then like I said, this will be on the on YouTube pretty soon. This will be in my article this week for This Week in Legacy. So we're going to talk about this deck a little bit this week. So be sure to check out my Twitter at VolrathXP on Twitter. Check out the YouTube VolrathXP on YouTube. Check out the articles. This Week in Legacy, Vintage 101, The Power of Pauper. I'm going to do more of these at some point, but I really wanted to get this one in because I wanted to get the Battle of Wits at least on the books and try to get it out there. So, again, have a great night, everybody, and hope you guys are safe and happy, and love y'all.